No, I know that I can make you stay, but where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your... And I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change. So many bright lights to cast a shadow, but can I speak? Well, is it hard understanding why men come?
Probably the thing that tells people to use drugs is conforming to society. See other people do it, that might be the cool thing to do. So they want to look cool too, so they use drugs.
Well, I think as far as first of all, peer pressure is one thing. Just hanging around the wrong crowd, pretty much.
You know, as an ER doctor, what we typically see are people who are depressed or lonely. Kind of the top ones we see in kids, it's usually peer pressure. You know, they're trying something out, they're experimenting with new things, new ways to get high.
You know, peer pressure is one big one. You know, get some people started. Friends think that that it's cool, so they'll try something.
The effects of using drugs obviously harm your body in a whole variety of different ways. It can cause turmoil in your family life, cause you to commit other crimes.
Well, obviously, you know, the short term is they typically make you feel good over, you know, an hour or so or something like that. The long-term effects is they usually mess up your life pretty bad, just because once you're addicted, you basically spend all your time trying to find ways to get those drugs again.
As far as with your social life, I mean, it ruins relationships and whatnot.
You know, medically, there's, you know, the long-term effects of alcoholism. You usually end up with liver damage. You know, you'll eventually go into cirrhosis where your liver fails and you'll either need a liver transplant or you end up dying a pretty miserable death.
Different drugs can affect, you know, your body in different ways. As far as chemically, they're all going to do something a little different. But you know, you're looking at a wide variety of just health problems. Anywhere from, you know, knocking out your respiratory effort to where you just stop breathing. It can speed up your heart rate, can increase your body temperature, all kinds of stuff. So it just really depends on the drug that you take.
Very negative way. Answer the question before. Cause problems. People use a certain drug, become dependent on that drug. That's all they think about. So that can cause problems in their family life, at work, cause them to lose their job, cause them to have problems with relationships, they're married or their brother or sister or their uncle or whatever. When they get dependent on that drug, that's all they think about.
It usually ruins people, and you know, here in the ER we talk to them about rehab, and it's tough because, I mean, a lot of them know what's going on, especially the alcoholics. They know that their life's being ruined. They know that the reason their marriage has failed is because they're too busy drinking.
Pretty bad. I mean, as far as it can lead to death, for one thing.
It's one of those things, once you're hooked to it, it's very hard to get off, and it's not easy to stop. And you know, what fools a lot of people is addiction is, you know, some people will try things, you know, get a drink and never have to worry about being an alcoholic. And some people will start drinking and they'll very quickly become an alcoholic, and you never know who's going to be that sort of person. That's just always a problem, is like, you know, some people try them, they try a couple things, are okay, and then everybody looks and says, wow, you know, he was able to try X drug and did fine with that. Whereas, you know, the other people who try it get addicted, but they tend to disappear. So you only hear about the people who did it once and they were fine, But there are a lot of people who do get addicted, and they end up in the emergency room, and it's just a lousy way to live your life.
Yeah, it can really just ruin your family ties, your friends.
If you're in the wrong peer group, you know, everybody seems to be doing it, although reality is that most people don't do it. It's just the group you're hanging with does, and that tends to reinforce the idea, well, everybody must be doing it because the other 3 people I know are doing it, whereas, you know, most people really.
Drug addicts and stuff will be solitary. They don't really get out and enjoy the most things that people do.
You usually end up alone. You end up lonely. You usually have no friends, no family, because you've stolen things from them or borrowed all the money you can from them, and then more. And you know, people eventually get tired of that. So, I mean, most of the drug abusers and alcoholics I see are very sad people. They tend to live alone. They're usually living in the streets because they don't have any money, or they're living at, you know, at some real cheap place, and just going day by day on, you know, what am I going to take today to try and make me feel less happy? I mean, more happy, because they're not happy.
Somebody that's tried something once, you know, they're still going to maintain their appearance, but you get somebody that abuses drugs on a regular basis, and it's going to affect, you know, the way they look.
You know, you see a 25-year-old person who has nothing but, you know, rotted teeth, you're pretty certain that they've been using drugs. Shot or beat up by your drug dealer friends for not paying your bills.
To see, and the